Hi everyone. Today I'm with someone who has done an office to residential conversion in the southeast of England, where he's picked up the site for £300,000. And it's his first development. Now stay tuned because we're going to delve into some of the detail and find out a little bit more. But first, I'm Ranjan Bhattacharya. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This channel is dedicated to helping you be a more successful property entrepreneur. We release new videos each and every week, so to keep up to date with whatever we release, make sure you subscribe to the channel now, press the bell icon, and you'll get notified as soon as we upload. Anyway, so let's get on with it. Let's get straight down to it. I'm here with Lal Da Silva. Welcome.
Hello,
well, why am I saying welcome? It's your place. You should be saying welcome to me.
You are welcome, yes.
No, Lal is a VIP member of the Baker Street Property Meet. He's also attended some of the commercial workshops that we run as well. And from just being around the crowd, you've kind of obviously got inspired and wanted to do this sort of stuff. But one of the things I find with a lot of people is when they see office to resi conversion projects, they always hear about people doing these multi-story buildings, 50, 60, 100 flats, and it seems unobtainable to the first-time developer. This is your first deal, isn't it, Lal?
Yeah, that's my first commercial deal, yes.
And what was the purchase price?
It's just over £300,000.
Just over £300,000, and we're here in the southeast of England, in Wheathampstead, which is just north of St Albans. It's a very high-value area. And obviously the price per square foot equates to what was the do you remember what the purchase price per square foot?
Yes. Basically, I bought this building. It's 219 pounds per square foot. It was just around the corner with any of these average 3-bed residential property.
Yeah,
it'll be around 500
wow.
or thereabout.
Wow.
So that's the normal price. So I thought.
But that's exactly what we've talked about all along, because the great thing about commercial property is that you can pick up great real estate at a cost per square foot, which is often half the property around the corner, which is residential. And all you have to do is make that commercial property into residential, and you've got that price per square foot. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's where the opportunity was, yes.
So this project was, £300,000. What was the building before?
It's interesting. This building was an empty office building.
Yes.
But previously to that, it was a church.
Yes.
So it's an interesting building.
It was originally built as a church.
Originally built as a Methodist church, and then it was an office. Owned by a pension fund thereabout. So they put a mezzanine floor, and that is where the value comes from. When I look at residential versus commercial value, there's something to be added to that.
Yes, because when you've got one of these churches, you can see from some of the clips we're showing you as well. You've always got these high ceilings, haven't you? And if you put a floor in, you make more floor space, which is brilliant. But the issue with buildings, although it was an office, and it was originally built as a church, to be eligible for permitted development conversion, you've got to demonstrate that it was an office for at least 10 years.
That's correct.
How did you do that? How did you find that information?
Yes,
what information did you prove?
We check valuation office, and
that's the business rates valuation
that's
office.
the business rates, and it was trading over 10 years as a B1.
Yes.
Because
the usage class is actually written down on the VOA valuation.
There was, yes.
Yes.
We had some things that we had to prove to the council. But that was part of the process, and we knew, working with planning consultants, that can be done.
And the other interesting thing is, which a lot of people shy away from listed buildings, because listed buildings do not have permitted development rights and conversion rights. But this was listed, but it wasn't quite listed in the way that takes away the rights. Can you just explain a little bit about that angle, if you like?
Yeah, the building was locally listed, or it is still. So there are things you need to look up. So a lot of people think locally listed means you have to it doesn't have the permitted development rights, which is incorrect. If it's a nationally listed, yes, but locally listed, no, you can have the permitted development.
So the summary there is, if it's nationally listed building, then you don't have permitted development rights. But if the council have just unilaterally locally listed something, well, that's good for them, but it doesn't affect your PD rights. That's basic angle.
That's correct.
But people miss that, don't they?
Well, I think some of them have, yes.
Yes, and this was sourced, this was on with a commercial agent, wasn't it?
It was on the market for everyone to see. In fact, it was on the market. By the time I call up, there was an offer. It just fell through 6 months along the process. So I think I called in at the right time, but it was there to be had for anyone.
Yes. I mean, there's nothing clever about picking this property up. It was openly available at a commercial agent. And the interesting, I have to declare a bit of an interest here. I was actually offered this property from the commercial agent that you bought it from. And the reason I didn't pick it up is because for the stage that I'm on in my journey, it's too small a project for me to take up. And this is the golden opportunity for those starting out in development.
I thought
because there are lots of projects like this out there which more experienced developers are not doing because they would rather do bigger stuff. This is obviously not a project which an owner-occupier would take. So it's a golden opportunity for folks like you who want to just have a crack and do your first one.
That's correct. This being an office in a very residential, this kind of location, it didn't have. They tried to market it as another office building, but there was nothing much, and because of the numbers don't add up as well as a vacant building for someone to go and buy as an office. There's a lot of things there. So I had a great opportunity to get in with an angle. As a first project. Yeah, it's a great opportunity in my opinion.
So you're building 3 flats here, and the great angle here is that there are some parts of the country where there's so many office to resi conversions, and they're all registered for Help to Buy, that there's almost a glut of these sort of apartments on sale. But we're in a part of the world where there's very little new build. There's very little office to resi conversion happening here. And we just went down to the estate agents in the nearby town. We couldn't find one other Help to Buy project.
Yep, that's correct. The advantage here is that there's no being Help to Buy, having Help to Buy and warranties as a new build warranties, and under £300,000 sale price per unit. So I think it's a winning combination.
Yes. Should we rewind for a few folks, because I think I've just glossed over a few things which I should possibly explain. We're at a stage of the market right now where if you're a developer, you've got to be very concerned that you have a clear exit route. And there is always opportunity at selling value properties to people looking for their first entry flat, if you like.
Yes.
And Help to Buy, I've always said this, Help to Buy should be called Help to Sell. Because it's the developer's best friend.
It's a win-win.
Can you just explain a little bit about how Help to Sell, or as they call it, Help to Buy, actually helps a first-time buyer buy your flat?
In the local areas, as Ranjan said, obviously there are properties. There's no properties under 300,000 at that level. What we look at is to provide a good quality home for someone otherwise would have gone in the rental route.
Yes.
Because what Help to Buy does is that within this kind of properties, about 15,000 or thereabout, with that sort of money, you own a property. So you enter in the property ladder, whereas otherwise this person would have just gone in and then rented and just thrown the money into the rental. So you have a piece of the action with little money, and then in return, as a Help to Sell for us, it's easy to sell because the entry price is low.
So for some of your flats, we're standing in what's going to be the 2-bedroom penthouse loft suite, I guess.
Correct, yes.
The estate agents will describe it as. But this will sell for, this is a 2-bedroom apartment. How much will this sell for?
This will sell for around £542 per square foot.
What's the value? I mean, the sale price?
Oh, the sale price. This will. We are targeting around 300 or just under there, about that, because we want to. We want to give
Keep
a product.
it under the stamp duty.
Yeah, stamp duty, so everyone wins,
yes.
basically.
So what I was trying to get to is if a buyer is buying this for £300,000 under Help to Buy, how much deposit do they need to put down?
It's 5% of that.
5% of that.
Yes.
So that is a phenomenal benefit, because there is no way anywhere within this area that a first-time buyer can move into any 2-bedroom flat for 5% deposit.
I don't think so.
What you have achieved here is you're producing 3 apartments which are at the starter end of the market, which, although sales activity is down today, there always 1 or 2 buyers, and you're at the top of any buyer's list simply because of the value proposition here.
I believe so. The combination is all those things, as I said, Help to Buy. It'll be classed as a new build, and we give the best quality at that range. With good quality fittings, nice kitchens. For an instance, every kitchen will have a dishwasher, and there'll be a washer dryer in every flat. So we want to give those comforts and requirements, and everything is there for that person to move in. It's not like just a basic accommodation. So the best we can give, we give. So therefore, everyone wins.
So okay, we've talked about the purchasing and how you found it and everything like that. You're a first-time developer. You didn't do this with cash, you used bridging finance. Now, a lot of people are thinking, well, I'm a first-time developer, don't I need to be hugely experienced? How did you get over that barrier of saying to the financiers, the bridging lenders, and because you've got full development finance on this, how did you say to them, hey, look, lend me the money?
I had quite a bit of buy-to-let, like HMO kind of experience, like everyone does. So that helped a bit, but we needed to shop around. There were few lenders very interested, particularly one lender who was very interested from the day one. So that worked out well. So the initial purchase price, we needed to put certain amount of equity, that because being a smaller purchase, to be honest, this is the price of buying a studio in London. So that was like buying a studio in London.
Exactly.
So in return you get to develop a project like that.
But of course you can't buy a studio in London at price per square foot and then basically double it after doing a little bit of work. So that's quite incredible. And the other thing that Lal said, which I think is very important, I think people who have done other stuff in property, such as HMOs and all of that, often underestimate the package of skills that they already have. And when you actually think about it and write it down and articulate that and present what you have done, your experience to date, to financiers, they actually sort of recognize that, hey, look, this guy has the ingredients to make this project work.
And obviously you need to remember that you have to get a great power team with you. Your architects, your right kind of builders, the planning consultants along the way, and solicitors. There's all this power team will help you. But at the same time, you need to develop, you need to make sure you manage that team, you need to create those skills and then work with that. So with the right combination, you create a winning formula.
So, I mean, property development is really the opportunity in property right now, particularly with permitted development conversion opportunities. And I think what you've done is so great here because as a first project, a lot of people, a big mistake I see a lot of people do is they go to talks and property events and they see someone speak and they talk about some office building they're converting and it's 10 floors and hundreds of flats and they're trying to do it straight off the bat. And that's completely the wrong approach because it's highly unlikely. No one, apart from, what's the name of the guy that leader of North Korea? what's his name again? Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
No one manages to hit a hole in one regularly, apart from what the North Korean press agencies say that Kim Jong-un does. So you've got to take it step by step, and what that means is picking off the smaller projects, which are often unattractive to the more experienced developers. Learning, because everything that you've said about the discipline, about getting the finance, getting your power team in place, you've done in a risk-free way on a smaller project.
Yes, the principles applied, I think, is the same as you were doing 10, 20 units thereabouts.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I wanted to make sure I applied those principles, even though some of them might not be needed for such a small project. But I want to treat it as a template for my next project. So those principles are applied. So that's why it's got help to buy and the warranties and whatnot. So so it's a learning curve, and at the same time you're learning, you're creating great homes, making money, and then get stuck in really. That's the idea.
Absolutely. And has it whet your appetite to do more deals? Of course it has.
Well, it has, yes. The challenges along the way strengthen me. So if you look at solution point of things, so there are times that you need to step in, and then you need to make sure you just steady the boat. I think it's a part of the process, and by doing that, I hope I created like a better system for the next time, and learn from those small issues, whatever comes along the way. Maybe you become wise as you go. So you can only have that experience by rolling up your sleeves. Absolutely. And getting with it, with the best team, best knowledge, and the right approach.
You've done a superb job here. It's been absolutely fantastic to see this whole development. Looking forward to coming back when it's all finished and staged. I'll try not to come in with muddy boots.
Well, yeah.
And that'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, listen, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do. Hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon. We upload videos like this every single week. If you're passionate about property, you're going to want to be on this list and get our videos. But better still, come and join us at the Baker Street Property Meet. We meet on the last Wednesday of every month. Lal is one of our VIP members. You'll see him around, you'll see me around. You'll meet with 200 other passionate property investors. Details in the comments, in the description below. Like the video, it helps us with YouTube. Leave your comments and feedback in the comment space below. Until the next video, bye for now. But Lal and I, we've spent a lot of time talking property. I think it's time you offered me a cup of proper tea. Until next time, bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, hit the bell icon. As soon as we upload, we'll let you know. And enjoy these. They're all dedicated to helping you be more successful in property. Happy investing.